Welcome, everybody, and thank you for joining us for episode 9 of Intercoin to Play. I am your host, Greg. With me today is Cheech.
Yo, what's up?
And Ariel.
Hey, how's it going?
So this has been an interesting launch week with the Division coming out. We're going to talk about that later. But first, let's talk about some of the games we've been playing recently. Ariel, what have you been playing?
Just some more Street Fighter, and now that the Division is out, put some time into that and now really enjoying it. But again, we'll talk about that a little later. But mostly Street Fighter.
Any new characters you're practicing with, or?
No, just taking it, Chun. Need to master the character before I decide to move on, you know?
Okay. Sounds good. How about you, Cheech?
A lot of Division. just that's all there is to it.
Took the day off and everything, didn't you?
Yep, I actually took off, played Division on PC, played Division on PS4. Yes, I know. I keep getting double games, but unfortunately, half my friends are on PS4, and our friend Greg here decided to ditch this and get up a PS4.
Whoa, we'll get to that. Why?
Nobody wants to understand. Nobody wants to hear the why of it.
Wait, okay, so were you one of those people that were up at midnight trying to log in?
Yes. I mean, honestly, it wasn't as bad as people mentioned it to be. I mean, they were only down for half an hour. That's it.
Yeah, it really was. I just got really frustrated with that shit.
Yeah.
Because I was having just a bad day.
I mean,
and then that happens.
Yeah, I mean, and also we know, those of us who played the beta, we knew it was a good damn game and we just wanted to play it. But I came with the mindset of, okay, I'm going to take the day off, but I might waste it because it's a launch day. It's an online-only game. Chances are it's going to be broken. But it was only half an hour, and for a game where a lot of people were playing it, I think the launch was alright. Wasn't too bad compared to all the MMOs that have launched and they've been wrecked for a whole week. Wow. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't as bad as people mention it to be. The reviews on Steam were fine and great until the servers came a little crashing and they just dumped the reviews to mixed. I'm like, hey, this makes sense.
Oh, that doesn't sound too bad. I mean, considering
So are reviews actually out right now?
No, for Steam reviews. The user Steam. Yeah, you know how they were doing pretty, very highly positive. And then midnight hit and it just changed to mixed because of those servers. I'm like,
because of
it's and I don't know where
God, people jump the gun so
yeah,
quick.
I don't know where people get their expectations this time and age that an online only game is gonna work right off the bat on launch. It's just not gonna happen.
No.
I mean, I can understand. Okay, complain all you want if it's the entire day that it's down, but if it's only half an hour, just hold off.
But the thing is that nobody knew it was going to be a half an hour.
That's why you hold off the review. You review a little after the fact.
Yeah. See, that's the downside of Steam reviews, man.
Yeah,
I mean, wow. Well, it took how many expansions? 3 expansions, and they got it right on the 4th one. Finally,
I'm not going to say because WD had launch issues.
Did it have launch issues or no? Myst didn't Myst not have launch issues?
Myst was actually flawlessly. WD had issues because of their phasing thing that they did. They did a lot of phasing, and then it just screwed up. Apparently, it was a bug where it was just duplicating phasings, and it just overloaded the servers.
Okay, I mean, Myst had phasing, but yeah, let's see. We had Burning Crusade, terrible launch.
That was terrible. God.
I mean, that was the first. That was just understandable.
The vanilla, that was terrible. And I think Kata and Wrath were also pretty bad.
Wrath? I'm trying to remember Wrath.
Kata was okay. Wrath was bad. You're right. Wrath was bad.
Yeah. Because Wrath is when they hit their highest mark.
Yeah, 12 million.
13 million?
12.
It was 12.5.
Yeah,
right?
it got close to 13, yeah.
Yeah. Wrath was fun, though. Wrath was a lot of fun.
I mean, it was Arthur. It's one of the most freaking beloved character out there.
Yeah.
Oh, and you know what? Compared to the Street Fighter launch, actually, the Division didn't even sound that bad. Wasn't Street Fighter was pretty much the whole day?
Yeah, it was down for
Street Fighter, I wasted that day.
So, all these people complaining about the Division, simmer down a little. Simmer down, I would say. But yeah, I remember the Street Fighter one. But, well, I've been playing Fire Emblem Fates. again, I've been talking about this, but I kind of fucked up because, first off, I'm playing my game, and like I was telling you last week, how you can kind of have two people go out, and when they go out, they have kids. And the perks of having people pair up like that is that when you combine them during the fights, they get like special defense bonuses or speed bonuses. So it works like for your favor. And then the kids inherit some of the traits. So you have the kids date the other kids, and then they have more of a compatibility when they fight and become stronger.
Families?
Kind of. But one problem, first off, when I was playing it, and good thing I make multiple saves. I'm playing it, I was like, oh, okay, these two fell in love. And I was like, wait a moment. Fuck, they're cousins. Shit. And I started getting weirded out. I was like, I can't do this. So I had to go back 2 hours on one of my save games. I was like, all right, these two can't go out. I was like, no, that doesn't seem too right. And then...
Hey, in some parts of the world, it's okay, Greg.
Like Japan.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, they can stick with that. I don't know. Virtual cousins.
You sound like you were so disturbed. Like, what?
Yeah. I was like, oh, I can't believe I missed that. So that's one. And then I noticed another thing was one of my kids, like, I think they're dead. Like, I probably was in a battle, and I think I might have fallen asleep and didn't notice that one of them died. But I can't find this kid. So I'm starting the game over again.
What?
No.
Over one kid?
Yeah, because I don't know what happened. Honestly, I don't know if there was a bug where I never even got the quest to save the kid, or if it just died in battle and I didn't notice. But yes, so one of my kids is dead. I'm going to say there's dead, and I just decided to start all over again.
Greg don't have kids.
Greg wants that perfect playthrough.
Did you just say don't have kids in real life?
Dude, don't have dude. Like, if you look at an example, you're starting a game. Imagine in real life, you killed the kid. You wanted to get hooked up with the cousins.
So yeah, it's okay. I can skip all the cutscenes. You can turn off the battle animation, so I could probably catch up later.
So it just does like the special effect for each like attack or whatever.
Yeah. So I can probably catch up by next week. It won't be too bad. So I've been playing that. Been playing more Street Fighter. Getting used to Cammy, which I got it kind of down. I think I got it good. So I'm gonna move on to my next character.
I just find her to be like a bit boring. You know what I mean?
No, well, most of it's just like poke drill.
Yeah, like I don't know. But yeah, she's a good character.
Yeah. I was looking. Do you look at the ranks, like, recently?
No, I haven't looked at the recent rankings. No.
How about you, Cheech?
No, I haven't. I mean, I haven't touched it since the Division came out, so.
I think in the top 10, it's like Dalsim, Cammy, Bison.
Yeah, Cammy's always been top tier.
Yeah.
Because of her playstyle. Like, she has a lot of good skills and abilities or specials. Good anti. She has a lot of tools.
And then, my character, my main one that I've been practicing since the game came out, Karen, she's number 11. So I got kind of good hopes for that. It's like, okay.
Is that Flo? Flo Shido.
I don't know if it's Flo. I gotta check the names, but I just saw that. I was like, okay, so she's technically in the top 20, so I guess it's okay. I haven't seen any birdies or anything like that, so I'm like, okay, so. And then, of course, Geef. Geef is, I think Geef was in the top 10, but Geef has always been a special character.
Yeah, he's so strong, man.
Snake Eyes. It's all about. If you guys haven't seen it, go watch North Cal versus South Cal 2014. And then that's the set where Snake Eyes defeats all 5 of the opponents.
Yeah.
It's so good. I was watching it. I was like, I was watching it at work, so I was kind of like being a little loud when I was watching it.
Mad eye.
Did you work?
Hi.
Yeah, I was streaming at work, but that's because everything was running smoothly. My boss wasn't there for the day, so I just had it playing on the side.
It was a chill day.
That's it, guys.
Yeah.
You guys, everybody has to watch this and share as much as possible so his boss can actually hear this.
It's okay. He watches his videos sometimes on the side too. But that's another thing. Well, anyway, since we talked about this earlier, The Division, that's the new release that came out this week, came out Tuesday, which was March 8th. So yeah. So far, Cheech, since you played the longest, what's your impressions of it?
I love it. It's not bad. I mean, that's all I gotta say. I mean, I'm a guy that loves kind of MMO games and things like that. So, I mean, so far, in my opinion, it's everything that Destiny isn't, or that they missed to put in there. I mean, at least you have a queue that actually you could log in and matchmake with all the people instead of like going to a forum and look for a group. I mean, wow, was that so hard?
I like that the game actually encourages you to group up with other people.
Yep,
also.
and also encourages you to go around and explore the world. I mean, it's really vast, and if you live in New York, I mean, some of the stuff is actually pretty recently done. I mean, pretty well done. Yeah. It's a really submersive game. I mean, we can't fully give a whole blown out review on it yet until the actual high-end content launches, which will launch next month in the first DLC. Which is free, by the way. But so far, initial expression is pretty damn good. It's pretty awesome. It requires, if you have a group of people that wants to play, it's even more fun. And, the Dark Zone area, that's where it's at. If I see you running around with loot, you're going to get shot. That's it.
Ariel, since you played a little bit more than I did, what do you think?
Yeah, I didn't expect to be as impressed as I was by this game. I mean, I had no expectations, I saw the initial reveal. It looked interesting. The concept seemed cool, but, as everybody else, because it was coming from Ubisoft, it kind of had that air of, is this going to amount to anything? Ubisoft always has a lot of promises and they usually fall flat on their faces. But with this, I feel like they've delivered, and the hype was kind of, it was there for a reason. The game delivered. From the gameplay, it's essentially a cover shooter, akin to, let's say, Gears of War and any similar game like that. But the way in which the cover mechanics work are solid. I mean, you can either traverse an object, to go over it. If you're covering, you can quickly just slide over to the next side or just dash towards another direction and cover there. It works very well. The shooting is good. It feels solid. Yeah, it's a very good game, and the story behind it is pretty intriguing. It revolves around the whole virus breaking out in New York and dealing with the repercussions of that, and then you as a division agent gets activated to kind of quell the disaster. But yeah, it's a very good game, and I really wasn't anticipating it to be this good.
That's cool. Yeah, actually, I was kind of surprised about learning pretty much the storyline within the first 5 minutes because of the video that they showed. So I was like, okay, so this is how it started. This is what happened.
I like the way they actually deliver that intro as well. With the outbreak and how it came about, and then where we stand today.
It's pretty damn scary, though.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty damn scary. I mean, it can literally happen in real life.
Seems plausible.
Yeah.
And it sucks because we're the ones that live right there.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, you don't go into this.
We're fucked.
No, Ariel, you're safe because you don't go in this.
Yeah, we work in there every day.
Yeah, well, you guys.
Me and Cheech are gonna die first.
Yeah.
According to that.
I'm in there from time to time to visit my brother.
The funny thing is, my workplace is shown in the first video of the introduction. I'm like, damn it!
Is it?
Yep.
Oh man, I gotta watch that video again.
Yeah, it's there. I seen it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I only played 20 minutes of it, and the controls are still really solid, which is great.
It's pretty good. I mean, the game looks pretty good in consoles too. I mean, I have both versions, and I could say like I have it on PS4. The graphics are not that far beyond. I mean, obviously, my computer would look a little, a lot more better just because I played on a higher resolution native, so the texture's a little more crisp. But if I were to change it to 1080p, the difference is not that huge. That's why PC gamers are like, this game definitely got downgraded. Which I could tell why.
I think it still looks really good. The thing is that all the PC features, that's what's missing on the like everything. Like it looks great on consoles, to be fair, both on PS4 and Xbox One. And for people who only play on those consoles, it's gonna look awesome. Of course, if you were to compare it side by side to how the game looks on PC, that's where you're gonna start picking it apart. apart and noticing the differences, mostly with reflections, the illumination, the draw distances and things like that.
Frame rate.
But if you're playing just on consoles, these are things that you're used to not having, so it's still going to look great.
Yeah, it's still pretty eye candy if that's the only system you have. Especially, I think it's the best looking game on consoles right now, to be honest. For that type of open world ish kind of gameplay.
That looks pretty sweet.
Yeah,
it's like the ambiance and the atmosphere that it sets, because it's like, well, Cheech, I'm sure you've seen it. I don't know if you got to see it yet, Greg, but like the day-night cycle is awesome, especially with the volumetric fog and things like that in play. It just looks so sweet as you're just like going from street to street and doing whatever.
Snowstorms is freaking nice.
Yeah. Especially, like, there was this instance where I was playing, right, and it had just turned to night, but there's still quite a bit of fog. And I was using the ability, I forgot what it's called, to kind of track the area and see if there's any enemies as I was running around, because I didn't want to start getting shot out of nowhere because the fog was thick. So, I hit it, which is set to my Q key currently, and I see two guys over there, and beyond them, there's a few more guys. So I was like, oh, thank the Lord I hit this button at this right time, and then it just ensued into a freaking firefight. But it was pretty fucking awesome.
Oh, that sounds pretty good. I haven't hit the day-night cycle, so I couldn't tell you. But in terms of graphics, I thought it looks great. I haven't gotten into that whole pop-in stuff that you guys were talking about.
I haven't seen it on console. Cheech mentioned.
It seems to be only a Dark Zone issue. I guess because it's the whole multiplayer thing, it's more crowded. I mean, that's where I have noticed it the most. When you're on the single player kind of PvE area, it seems pretty solid. It's not too bad.
Okay, good. Yeah, I was kind of trying to look out for it. It's like, I don't see anything happen. Oh, there's some enemies. Sticky bomb, blow them up. I'm like, okay. The first two missions is save the hostages and get some medicine.
Yeah, for those players who were complaining about Brooklyn and whatnot.
You start off in Brooklyn.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting, because I heard they cut out Brooklyn. I guess they cut out part of Brooklyn.
I mean, it's surprisingly, though, how they kept that completely secret, and with the game out, and they didn't data mine it, which is actually interesting.
I'm sure they're going to expand on Brooklyn as well. They probably want to do... It's probably going to be an expansion set around that at some point.
I don't know, because the way they set it off, I mean, it doesn't seem like Brooklyn was one of the biggest affected area, because they start off there, because it was spreading. I mean, this is not major spoilers. This is just right at the first 2 minutes of the game. But yeah, it doesn't seem like it's like unless something happened, I guess later on, but it doesn't seem like Brooklyn was one of those really affected areas for that thing.
Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of ground to work with in terms of New York. You have so many bureaus, so many areas that you can create stories in. So, I mean, they've got some time to get this game even better.
Yes, I'm interested in what they're going to do with the life cycle, considering that they came out and told you what's happening with the first 3 expansions. Mm-hmm. And I didn't even know that what you said, Cheech, that the next month expansion is free.
Yeah,
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, the first 2 I believe are free, because I think they did something similar to Destiny, where you launch the game like the Taken Kin. You launch the game, and a few weeks later, then they release the first raid content for free. I guess
so. Then it doesn't tie in with the content that you got through the season pass. Then.
No. This is all different. This is already in the game. That the DLC, because there's people complaining, oh, I can't believe the first DLC is already in the game. I'm like, whoa, no shit, it's free. Why are you complaining? It's free. It's basically the first high-end content that they release after, So I guess giving people a chance to kind of explore the game and whatnot, get gear, and get max level, so they can, when the time is right, when they release it, hey, here's your new content, go play it.
Okay. So it's just a raid blocker.
Yeah. Basically, it seems like it's like a high-end content blocker, pretty much.
Okay, so yeah, and then all the expansions are supposed to come out this year, right? Isn't it supposed to be like end of spring, summer, and then fall?
Yeah, so the first 2 are Xbox. Like the first actual DLC one has Xbox exclusivity for 30 days. And I mean, thank God that's not bad compared to the whole Destiny Sony exclusivity, which is a freaking year.
Was it a year? I thought it was just extra strikes, and they weren't on the other console.
Yeah, for a whole year.
See, for a game like this, I find this to be completely dumb. That like for an online game at least.
Yeah.
It just makes no sense to me. I mean, luckily, there's no crossplay anywhere because then I'm sure that would mess things up completely.
Yeah, if there's crossplay. I mean,
Yeah.
you know how bad that would be? PC's running with 60 frames per second, both consoles at 30.
At 30, yeah. Oh, the shooting advantage.
Oh yeah, very big time. I mean, I consider right now having the game on both. I'm definitely like, when it comes to like the Division in PC, like I am a lot more quicker and I could shoot so much freaking accurate.
Yeah.
Like on console, I'm trying to shoot so much.
Are you actually playing with the Xbox One controller, the Elite controller?
No.
I see you're using
Keyboard mouse. Yeah, I don't play FPS and PC with a controller.
Yeah.
On the PS4, I'm like trying to shoot and I'm like freaking shooting everywhere sometimes because for some odd reason the freaking controller keeps moving. Maybe I can just turn vibration off. I guess that's what it is.
Does it have auto aiming? You may want to turn that off. I would assume.
It has it. I mean, I just can't control the recoil as much as I could with the mouse and keyboard.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I'm a little rusty. I haven't played consoles in so long like that. So I'll get back to. I used to be pretty good. I used to be pretty good in Halo. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, just have to get accustomed to it. I guess.
I had to readjust my eyes to 30 FPS.
The lie. No, there is a difference. For whoever says there isn't a difference between 30 and 60, there is a difference.
Nope.
There's just, if you can't see it, there's something wrong with you.
There's something. Well, the question is whether it bothers you enough to, warrant getting PC to run.
If you can't see it, the media has corrupted you.
But I'm trying to think of what game where you can see it clearly.
Oh man, the game that I used as an example was The Witcher.
Oh yeah, you can. Oh my god, I cannot. I remember. I don't know if Greg ever told you this, but I started playing The Witcher on PS4.
Uh-huh.
And
Witcher 3.
Yeah, Witcher 3. I could complain at him, dude. I keep freaking dying. I can kill this boss. I can't move on time. I try to dodge and it takes forever. I can't. I almost threw the controller out the window. And then I went to the PC. I just freaking one-shot the goddamn thing. I'm like, holy shit! I'm actually blocking, parrying, and dodging things perfectly.
Yeah, because I have a friend who this type of stuff doesn't really matter to him. He just, he's fine with playing on consoles. He never really understood what the big deal between 30 and 60 is. It's just play the game. Was this, his
You mean me?
Well, I'm talking about something in this case. But Greg is similar in that sense, yeah. But he was over at my house one day and I had The Witcher playing. He's like, "Oh, it looks really nice." I'm like, "You know what? Now that you're here, let me explain to you and show you the difference between 30 and 60 frames per second." So I gave him the controller and I was like, "Feel that out. See how smooth it feels, right? When you move and whatever." He's like, "Yeah, whatever. It feels normal." I'm like, "No, it does not feel normal." So I set it to 30 FPS and he's like, "Yo, this shit sucks." He's like, essentially he could see and feel the difference. That's the biggest.
Yeah, actually, yeah, because The Witcher was perfect example because you can actually set the slider to the FPS.
So,
yeah.
That was a funny thing, though.
I'm trying to think. Maybe it was Witcher 2. Witcher 2, you can... No, it had to be before that. I think it was Dragon Age 2 when I started seeing the difference.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but...
The game that, kind of changed my mind completely about PC gaming was Arkham Asylum, actually. When I first played that on PC, right after playing it on PS3, I was like, holy crap, man, this is so smooth. And
that's when you became...
Yeah, that's when I was... Especially since I used to do the challenge rooms a lot. And you're constantly moving in those, where you're just fighting like hordes of freaking enemies.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, this is so smooth, man. And from that point on, I was like all out.
So the same game that corrupted the same game that corrupted him on PC gaming also screwed him over.
Yeah.
Isn't that a good finish right there?
Came all back around,
all circle right there. This is heaven. This is hell.
It's okay. Because Batman's not even his favorite superhero. It's gonna be Superman that brings him back, right?
If they ever make a good Superman,
Halo 5 ruined Destiny for me
because it's constantly 60.
Yeah, like when I was playing Halo 5 religiously, multiplayer, and then I switched to Destiny, I was like, "What the fuck is this shit?" Like, I can't move the same. Like, I had so much trouble adjusting. It was not even funny.
Oh, that's right. Destiny's another game, everyone, that Cheech has for both PS4 and Xbox One.
Shut up.
Don't ask me why.
I know.
Which is funny because he bought it for PS4, and I was like, alright, I'll play with you. And then he got the Taken King, and I was like, shit, I gotta pick that up now, even though I'm poor.
I mean, I still have it, and my main character is on the PS4, because that's where I have all my gear and shit. I barely touched the Xbox version.
And then I played for a week, and then I was like, alright, I'm done with this.
Oh, so you didn't even play it that much?
Nope. He always does this to me. He's like, yo, sheesh, get up for this system so we can play together. We never do.
Alright, well, the Division, we're starting off on even ground, kind of.
Yeah, I'm level 12 already.
Yeah, I know. I gotta take Monday off, I think.
The max level of the game is 30. For those of you guys that don't know, the easiest way so far to level is do the side missions. They're quick, effective, and they give you a chunk of XP.
However, I will say, you may not want to level to 30 right away. Like rushing just
enjoy the game.
You're gonna miss out on a lot of things. It's such a pretty game. There's a lot to see. There's a lot to do. I feel like this is something that you should probably just take in and kind of write it out.
One thing I don't even do that much is the kind of fast forward type of thing to go to the next place. I just actually walk there because I just walk there because you can see and you can encounter like random encounters somewhere in a block or something. It's interesting.
Wait, random encounters. Is it something like Grand Theft Auto?
I mean, sometimes you just pass by and see a group of people there and they want to pick beef with you and you just, beat them up and grab. Like I was passing by earlier before I got into the podcast and I'm just walking down the street and I see this guy that puts up a bat out of nowhere and start beating up a civilian. I'm like, holy shit. Obviously, I turn around and shoot him, but I shoot him and loot him afterwards. So, I'd
rather walk as well because you come across tools and things like that.
This is what I think about Division. Ubisoft gave us a game that you walk around, you see people killing others to loot them, so you could go out there, kill them, so you can loot them.
Sounds like a fun game. Definitely gonna play more this weekend, hopefully.
The question is, are you ever gonna get the PC version?
See, I was thinking about it, and that was one of the things. If I didn't pre-order the collector's edition for the PS4, I probably would have switched to PC, just because of what like Ariel said, and just it's an MMO, it's an online game, and Cheech, as you saw, that it looks like a lot of the community is on the PC, and I think that's where it's, like Ariel was saying, that's where it's going to have its longest life compared to consoles. So if I do get it for PC, it'll probably be when it's on sale.
So right now, $48.
I don't have $48. I just bought it. I just bought it for PS4. I'm broke.
Yeah, there's really no reason. If you already have it on PS4, just play it there. Cheech already has it there. Yeah.
So Ariel, you just got to get it there too, right?
No, that's not good.
All right. Well, there is another game that I know you picked up that hopefully you're going to be playing or telling me how it is, because I might pick it up. Hitman, and that actually comes out on Friday, March 11th. And I thought it was coming out next week. I didn't realize it comes out this Friday.
Yeah, it's this Friday.
What the hell, really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know this, and I had the game purchased.
Yeah, March 11th. It's
I remember us talking about like it's coming to me now, but prior to that, I was like, I guess I don't have any new games aside from the Division. This is a thing, right? Greg buys games like there's no tomorrow, but between all of us, we buy games pretty often compared to, I would say, the average person.
Yeah,
more so than most people.
And then we complain how we're so broke.
Yeah. But so it comes into this thing where it's like you buy games that you're interested in, you kind of forget when they're coming out.
Yeah, like let's see, Division came out this week. We all got the Division. Last week, Far Cry came out, and we all got Far Cry. And how many of us beat Far Cry?
Do not.
Yeah, I haven't even dented that game yet.
Do not mention Far Cry on me, please.
Oh, and that's because Far Cry didn't work for you.
Yeah, it's really good though.
Actually, you got it for PS4, right? I'm gonna just grab it from you.
I do have for PS4 if you want to borrow it. Yes.
But are you still having issues on PC, Chief?
No, I just don't want to touch it.
You're just that mad?
Like I just got depressed about it, and I don't want to touch it.
Well, I can't lend you that. We gotta kind of max out on Division first.
Yeah, well,
before we do anything.
yeah. I'm not touching anything else. The next game I will touch will be Quantum Break. That's it. I had nothing else this month.
Yeah, that's true. Well, for you, I can see that.
Pumpkin this month.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what else is coming out this month.
And Street Fighter. Would you still be touching Street Fighter or no?
Yes. Yes, I will. I'm actually gonna start touching on the PS4 more and catch up with my PC score.
Yeah, I'm still playing that. I'm gonna play that every now and then. I love the Street Fighter.
Doesn't it carry over? Or you have two different accounts.
It's two different accounts. Yeah, you can't use your same ID.
Oh, okay.
But you know what I mean. One day I'll be like F PC gaming. The next day I'm like, oh my god, PC gaming is the shit.
That's true. Wait until you get.
Greg knows.
You said you cancel Legion, but yeah, you're gonna get it.
You're gonna get it, Cheats. You're kidding yourself.
I probably will, but
you were talking about this game so much, or this expansion for for a while.
Honestly,
I don't believe you're not gonna get that.
The only thing I have with Legion is its release day. It's gonna release most likely in summer, where all these games. I'm a big Final Fantasy game, and I'm sorry, but I will take FF15 over Legion.
I can see that, yes.
Any time of the day, I will pick that.
Oh, man, I remember when they had the little questionnaire last year for Final Fantasy Squaresoft, where they were saying, what would you do if Final Fantasy came out the same day as Persona?
Persona, yeah.
I would get Persona.
So
I would just get both.
It's the thing with Greg. I highly doubt he will play Legion if Persona and Final Fantasy 15 both drop in the same freaking month.
That is true.
It's just, I will wait it out. I don't care. I want to play my Final Fantasy. I've been waiting. That was the reason why I bought a PS3 originally.
Played,
which I got played big time. And then I traded in my PS3 because I was so pissed off about it. And then I bought one again for The Last of Us.
Such a great game.
God, yeah, I gotta finish that. I started it up again and got some ways through and then stopped. Story of our lives.
But yes, so Hitman comes out this Friday, and I guess, I don't know, Ariel, you'll probably play a little. I'm still debating. I mean, since it is a prologue, and that's the thing, everybody, it's only gonna be $15 for this prologue. It's something that you can just pick up and play shortly, and then when they add the extra missions, because they're supposed to be adding little things to it before the next one.
That's the good thing, though, right? There's only going to be a limited amount of content available on release.
Yes and no. Well, on release, yeah. That's. But
so, where everybody's only going to have, even though I have the full version of the game, I'm only going to have access to the same game that everybody else has, even if they bought the $15 version of it. So it's going to be fine, and I feel like it's going to be enough content where you can probably do it in a weekend.
Yeah, and then play something else.
Yeah.
But that is another thing I was trying to say was that when the game does come out, there's a certain set, and they are releasing slowly they set missions for that set. So
they're also going to have events, right?
Yes, missions and / events for that set before the next one comes out, and those are going to be free. And then the next, because the way those expansions or other DLCs count, they're new areas. So say this one is, I'll just say France, right? You get all the missions that's out now, and then they'll put a little bit more missions in France. And then Italy comes out, and then it's the same thing. There's all the missions for Italy, and then they slowly put a little more events or missions. Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, that's how they said they're going to support the game. We don't know. They could be lying. But if you don't want to do that, at least they admitted that the full game comes out fall, winter. Holiday 2016. So, but I am intrigued because I like the Hitman series. I might pick it up. Cheech, are you gonna pick it up or play it, or you just?
I'll wait it out and see.
No interest in Hitman.
Just anyone knows? I mean, that if it's supporting DX12 on Xbox, I know it's gonna be a DX12 on PC.
On Xbox, I don't know, but they did announce DX12 for PC.
Interesting.
Yeah, and in terms of the game itself, I mean, from what I got to play of it during the beta, I wouldn't say it's groundbreaking or anything like that. But is it a good game? Yeah, it's a good game. I mean, it's not great or amazing or anything like that, but it's a good game, and that's fine too.
Well, probably, yeah. I think I might just do what you did and just buy it and just play it for a day or something.
Yeah.
So
'Cause
apparently,
I see it. To me, I'm treating it kind of like an episodic game. Just play it as the episodes come out, or as the portions of it come out, and that's it.
so apparently, there are cheaters still on the PC version for Dark Zone.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Are they really? Oh, what's this report?
I was just reading online the forums.
Is it the floating people shooting you from the sky, or is it invisible people?
No, it's just the one person killing like a bunch of people like crazy. Probably stat doping or changing.
Ah, okay. Yeah, we kind of know that for the console version of Diablo. Yeah, if you didn't know, and all the others, for Diablo 3, me and Cheech knows because he's the one who told me about it. People would tamper with the save files and pretty much change the stats for like their weapons, and basically just like have the best item and kill everything in the top tier
on console.
Yeah, it ruined the game.
Yeah,
Oh.
I mean that's if you play with other people online. I was just playing it on the console just because I can play this offline, or when my friend came over, I can play it with him. So
That's pretty cool.
yeah. Another game that actually comes out this Friday, it's a re-release, Ori and the Blind Forest, definitive version. If you haven't played it, I talked about it in the earlier podcast. Great game. This version, though, is a new area, and you get more special moves. If you haven't played Ori, I highly recommend it. Errol, you played it, right?
Yeah, I agree with that. It's a really good game, and I didn't really know what I was getting into. I just thought it looked pretty. The visuals in the game, the aesthetic is really nice, and I like the character design. So I was like, you know what? It's on Steam. Let me check it out. I loved it from there on out, man. The story is very heavy. I think we talked about it before, but it's a really good game, and if you haven't played it, you should definitely check it out.
Yep. So not too many releases this week, but again, biggest one was The Division. That's the Ubisoft announced that it's actually one of their top-selling franchises as of now. So now they have 4 top-selling franchises.
I'll be interested when they actually release the sales figures. Probably next week. They usually wait like a whole week of sales.
Yeah, and then we'll probably find out which one has the most. But according to Cheech, and I'm gonna say his sources are reliable, PC seems like it's gonna be the top.
Well,
In terms of user base?
based on me and what I'm seeing and playing, it seems to be the case. It has a more active community, but I mean, I've been playing more kind of online on PC compared to PS4. So, based on what we have so far, at least on Steam Spy, 251,000 copies of PC were sold already through Steam. A lot of the sales for Steam the Division probably came from Ubisoft and Greyman Gaming. So we don't know. I mean, we might have close to 500,000 on PC alone, but then again, PS4 could quite easily be the top one, if anything. If there's a console that could do it, it would be PS4. It has the users.
Yeah, it has the install base.
Yeah,
so.
it has the install base. And I mean, if Destiny is to take an example, PS4 completely annihilated the charts for Destiny, and there was a lot of users there. So, I mean, it could be very well be PS4 the top platform right now. I mean, I'll tell you guys more about it once I start playing the PS4 a little more and get into the action more in there and see what I find.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, Destiny in itself. You know what? They never did say users. They always said like accounts. I just remember that. Yeah.
Whenever they say accounts, that's a sign that there's not very many active users.
Or it was players, because the way it was, each person could make three different characters. So they said it in a certain way where they didn't say the sales number.
Yeah.
They said it when it was first released, but like later on they started changing it.
I mean, when they start sending emails asking you why you're not playing anymore, do you think things are,
That's true. Are you having fun? Oh man. Well, guys, if you have any questions, of course, you can always email us at insertcointp@gmail.com, tweet us at ICTOPLAY, or, talk to us, subscribe to us in iTunes or YouTube, or just message us on Facebook.